Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You're back with Deck, and today we're playing some more Foundry. So, last episode, I was a bit of an idiot, but I don't need to tell you that, right? You already know. Anyway, right. I watched about 1 minute of one of Nilhouse's videos and saw something so goddamn crucial, it's just daft. So you see on here, there's numbers, right? So this is taking 40 per minute in, and this is outputting 40 per minute. Our belts hold 320 items per minute, or they move 320 items per minute. So what's 320 items per minute divided by 4? Or what's 32 divided by 4? I think you'll find the answer's 8, right? So that's 36, 40, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I know I've only got 5 at the minute. That in itself is just daft. I don't even know what I'm on. Either way, I've understood now that there's ratios. There are ratios. So these are taking in 20 per minute. They're outputting 30. The limiting factor here is going to be the 30. We can only have 10 of these outputting onto one belt, which would leave a excess of 20 items per minute that we could be moving, but we're not looking to work at perfect ratios or anything right at this minute. Again, this is just a starter base. I've said that about 1 billion times, but I'm saying it again. Right, we're going to keep researching through the tier 2 stuff. Unlocks biomass farming in a decorative wooden block. Note that biomass farming is energy inefficient and costs more power than it yields. Concrete. Oh, concrete can be used as floors or moors. It provides increased walk speed. Oh, we're going to want paths and stuff. But yeah, I think at some point when we're starting to do this to scale, we'll flip this round and go that direction. For now, it's doing what I need it to do. I unlocked a massive amount of things last episode, though, that I cannot remember what I've unlocked. We've got pipes and everything. Logistics containers 2. We've got a tank, which I assume is for water. Or we've got advanced machinery parts, which requires machinery parts and steel beams. We need to do steel beams. That's going to be what we're going for today. We've got all these decorations, which I've got no intention of using, but I wanted to get just researching them so they're not in my my thing to do anymore. Explosive charge, explosive detonator, and a plumber tool. We're probably going to need a plumber tool at some point. But no, we need to start doing steel today, don't we? And how in the hell do we do steel? Steel beams are right there. So we need ignium ore and xenoferrite ore, which, oh, now I'm going to need another smelting column. Although we've got ignium ore there and we've got xenoferrite ore right there. Do we want to set these up, or do we want to just run off this one that is actually running out? There's not loads left here. We could set it up for now, couldn't we? And I don't know why, I've just been going with 4 of these drone things for one belt. It seems like it's going to be about right. These can get up to like 70 or so if it's closer, so let's just call it 60. 120, 180, 240, but the belt's not actually emptying out as much anyway. It'll be fine, we'll go from here. So let's get ourselves 4 more of these. I think we'll just go 2, 3, 4, and you are going to be outputting. We need to set up another smelter array. Let's see if we can do it right first time. Now, do I want this to go straight through here? Or would I rather just set up... Well, we've only got the 1 mining as it is. Oh, these are tier 1 belts. Absolutely not. Get rid of them. How many do these use? Machine efficiency, 80%. It's not even using all of it at the minute. Does it tell us in here how much these use? Oh, they're always 80% efficiency. Okay, max power generation is 1.8 megawatt. That doesn't help me. I need numbers. And how are we doing for power at the minute? Could do with a little bit more, I guess. Let's expand this out. Now I'm going to get your own miners down here. And you know what? I actually think we're going to go... Get rid of... excuse me. I'm going to get rid of this silly little roof thing that I put on top of it. I know I said I wasn't watching any of Neil House's videos. I promise you it was about a minute's worth. So I very quickly realised that he was looking at numbers on there. Oh, yeah, no, can't get rid of all of that. We need that to go to there. Just to have power going down there. Mineral rock. Power poles, pumps. Power poles would be nice. Oh, they're wall-mounted ones. Oh, we've got another tutorial to follow as well. Pumps, walkways. We'll do this mineral rock first. Just keep researching everything. Steam turbines. I assume that's going to be for other power. Okie dokie. Right, we're going to have to do a little bit of drilling to start with. Apologies. I'd not planned out what I was doing this episode. I know. Good, right? And it turns out... Ooh, it turns out that I'm stuck. We'll go to this level. Where was I going with that one? It turns out what? I don't know. Can't remember. Oh, if you dig underneath these things, it just all caves in. Now you don't have to drill them. Which is absolutely stupendous news. Come on. I can't wait to get even more mining speed. And we want this to go... It needs to at least connect to this. Really? Yeah, we'll go like that. If I can get steel done in today's episode, I'll be happy. That's the goal. That's the aim. I didn't even check how much of this stuff we need coming in. I'm just going to get like a full balance worth. Because why not, right? Well, I say a full balance worth. We're going to get 4 drones that we don't necessarily need them. Well, don't they shut down when they're not being used? I'd like to think they just shut down if they're not being used. Save my power. That's probably not how that works, but anyway. You come across here. Another research is done. Let's get concrete production researched. And... I don't get how you can't reach that one. It seems close enough. I know most of my episodes at this point have been of me digging, but if you saw the amount of digging I've done off camera as well, there's just a lot of digging to do. Oh, I guess you could just build it on top of the ground. I'm one of them people, I'm going to want it all on the same level. Right. Give me this. It's 1 tile too long, but I've done it to the width of that. So it'll be fine, and I think we'll have the ramp up going this way. I just need to get all the outputters down first. Really? They're just 1 too high for me to mine comfortably, and yet it feels like we can reach them. Maybe it'd be better if I just did it top down. 1 row at a time. Do we need to dig that row out? I'm not sure. Probably. Beautiful. You can go to there. And we're going to want you, and we're going to want output, and we're going to go output, 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 output. You're going to come down to here and turn that way. I'm going to have you start sloping up. There we go. Oh, these are 2 tiles wide, whoopsie. That should be good, right? You know, the plus side, me messing around with all this stuff, the base is filling up nicely at least. Right. I'm not bothered about having power going under all of this. Where are we going to want this coming in? Like, right. Did I leave any gap over this side? I left a 1 tile gap. Go me. So you're going to be coming in like that. Probably makes more sense to just have this going up and over 2 lines. And slope down. Like so. So you're going to be the coal. Slope up. Run you all the way back this way. Yeah, it's just going to levitate a little bit. We're okay with that, right? Just a little bit of floating. It's not like we need power or anything for it right this second. And let's get... I think you can just follow the other line, right? Or will this be able to go past the rocket? Yep, they're allowing me. Cool. And there we go. There we go. See, I really want to watch Neil House's videos to see how he's done this stuff, but I'm not. Alright. Panel there. Let's see how well these go to start with. And input. I don't know why I selected output. Recipe. I wish I could see these numbers just a little bit clearer. Can I just copy and paste you a minute? 80 and 40, so the limiting factor here is going to be the xenoferrite ore. 8, 16, 24, 32. So we have 4 crushers. 2, 3, 4. That's as good as that's going to get. And we're going to go copy. We're going to go copy. And how much does this put out? Phrasing. 20 per minute. This really isn't that much, is it? So our smelters. Put one of them there. You're going to be inputting right there. You're going to be outputting right there. Let's get some figures first. Only, what's 10 per minute? What? 20, 40, 60, 80. So we can go with 8 of these. I know it's in the wrong spot. That's as good as that gets then, apparently. Fair enough. Beautiful. And we'll bring you all the way up here. Whoops, one too far. I mean, obviously we could bring more lines in and make it more efficient, but screw it, it'll be fine for now. There was... What was the other thing with this? These take in 20 per minute and put out 30. So technically we could have more smelters on the other side. Not quite enough. I can't be bothered to do the maths. Well, that's daft playing a game like this then, isn't it? Anyway. Output steel this way, and then we need to get this onto the main bus. How are we doing for power? Is that not starting to be strained? Not really, no. I'm surprised. And because my base is very, very poorly organised, this has got nowhere that it's going to go in that well. Right. These chests don't want to be here anymore. Slope downwards. I'm just going to bring it this way like this. It really isn't ideal, I know. But it's just going to have to do for now. And then, unfortunately, I've got to dig out all this again. Oh, boy. Oh, we've got no research active. What am I playing at? Science Pack 3 probably is going to be a good shout, right? Glass production as well. I'm still counting this as the starter base. Because, I mean, technically it is. Isn't it? That's if I even go into, like, a proper, organised big base. This is the sort of game that I'd like to just play to myself, but with the amount of free time I get, if I was playing it to myself, there'd be no series coming out. That's just how it goes, unfortunately. So that's why I do games like this as a series. It gives me time then and forces me to be able to play it. The only other way to do it is to not do YouTube anymore, but I'm not sure about that. I still enjoy doing it. Look at our lowly level 2 science pack going down there one at a time. We need to keep the research going just so it uses that. What's the point in making it otherwise? No, I think when we get to like tier 3 belts, that's when we might start actually trying to do the factory like to scale and stuff. I'm not sure yet. That, and I just want to plan out some designs properly. And, you know, work the maths out rather than not. It's quite lazy playing a game like this and not doing any of the maths, right? I felt so stupid as well. Like I say, watching a minute's worth of his video. Neil Asses, that is. And seeing that numbers are actually on the machines. It's like, for God's sake. Just open your eyes a little bit more, why don't you? Bring this all the way out to there. Expand that a little bit more. I've not even bought all my belts all the way down to the end yet either. When I was doing this, I was running backwards and forwards to try and get like 20 belts at a time. So they just weren't coming in quick enough back then. We've got a fair few now. In fact, I've been faffing around that long. I wonder if we've got a full chest yet of 1,000. I bet we probably have, right? Let's have a look in a second. Bring you all the way to the end. Oh yeah, science is kind of in the way there, isn't it? Screw it. No, don't screw it. I'm going to jut this back out. Science technically should go right here, right? Probably. Right, how many belts have we got? Have we got loads? And then what do we need to do with this steel? I could also probably drop off some of them red belts we picked up. I've got some red ramps as well. I've also got some ore in my inventory. We don't really want that. 1,600. Beautiful. Research is finished. More decorations. A greenhouse. Allows to farm plants and tree seeds by using greenhouse. I'll unlock it. We'll get it researched, but oh, we're getting to oil and stuff soon. Right, you don't seem to be kicking out that much at this point. How did we manage to get anything coming into here to start with? I swear I did the right. Anyway, never mind, ignore me. Right, that ups the game for steel a little bit. So it should be using a full belt of this stuff. And a fair bit of the belt of the other stuff. We could probably get away with one more of these, right? Right, what are these harvesting? 48 per minute, 52. 60. 100, 200, technically, I guess. I'll put one more down. You're allowed one more, that's it. I think it's because I keep pressing Shift Q rather than Control Q. Get the research for the greenhouse done. Right, what did we actually need steel for? Technium rods, xenoferrite plates. Steam turbines. Boilers require... What are these for? Oh yeah, you input water, you output steam. Required foundation, high voltage grid. We need to look at that, don't we? In Foundry, there are two different types of power, low and high voltage. This page is about high voltage. Advanced energy generation machines generate high voltage power HVP, which is transported by power poles and power lines to convert HVP to low voltage power, which is distributed through building blocks, and transformers need to be placed on the according building block foundation and connected to the HVP via a power line. Even if a high voltage power generated machine requires a foundation, they only output their generated power to a connected HVP grid. Transformers have a maximum transmission rate. Sometimes multiple transformers might be necessary depending on the amount of power consuming machine of the low. Power lines can be crafted after you equip them, click and connect. Oh god, what? What am I getting myself into? A casting machine? The Christ? Do we need all this for? Power lines. Hey, we can do something else with wire coils. I need a proper place where just we make stuff. There's got to be a way. I'm probably going to end up watching Nilhouse's series at some point soon, I guess. But then I'm just copying him. No, don't do that. Cement, gravel, concrete, glass. Oh, this needs gravel, and gravel needs mineral rock, which is something completely new to us. Okay. So we can make the steel stuff. Concrete. That increases walk speed by 100 to 120%. Machine parts. We need advanced machinery parts and steel beams. No, we need machine parts and steel beams to make advanced machinery parts, which we're then going to need for like all the other stuff, right? You need so many machine parts. This is obscene. Power poles. Right, let's do some more crafting.
Fantastic progress. Incorporating plants and trees into our factory setup not only enhances its aesthetic, but also contributes to a thriving ecosystem. With the greenhouse ready, we can now multiply the seeds we've discovered and embark on planting trees.
But if that doesn't net positive power for us, what's the point in us doing that? Is like part of the story to try and make the planet more eco-friendly or something? It seems pretty good until I got here. There'll be some use for it, I'm sure. It did already tell us, though, that it's not energy efficient to do it like that. Right, I need some more foundations. Just give me all them. That'll do for a minute. And we're just going to expand this out. I don't know. That far. Right, give me another one of these. We are going to be making in this one. We've not got technium rods coming up this way, have we? No, we do not. Assemblers 2 as well. I've not even bothered looking into making them. Oh, you need advanced machinery parts. Okay. I have got them being automated, right? Crushers, yeah, they're right there. They require steel beams. Just seeing if there's anything else that we can make down here. That needs 4 things going in? If you've got 4 things going in, how do you get things going out? You've got to bring them out on a different side, right? Yeah, it has occurred to me that maybe these things that we're crafting down here, we don't need all this storage, and maybe this is just taking up way too much room. We could have another row coming down this way. That would be more beneficial, I guess, and then we just have to come around here to pick things up, which would make it kind of awkward, unless you could store things on the roof. I don't know. There's got to be some way that I've not thought of that's going to be loads easier of doing this. No, we can't do them yet. We can do power poles, though. That's about all we can do. Copy that one, and in you go. You go there. Copy that one, in you go. Oops, I'm trying to copy it. We don't need to copy it. And like probably limit these to 1 stack, surely. Power conveyor. Connection range 16 meters. Max connections 5. Don't even know what we need these for. I'm not gonna lie. I think we need to have all these resources raised. And then just dip them down when we need them. That would have made loads of sense, wouldn't it? If I had them there, I could then split them off where I needed them. Can you have multiple splitters like above each other? You can. And then I could have branched it off. I just need to try this. But you wouldn't have them in line like that, would you? If you need 3 items, you're going to have one being branched off there, one being branched off there, and one being branched off next to it. I might have to try and redo all of this. My belts can stay where they are. I don't mind them at the minute. They're fine as they are. They're working. I've got them there. They're completely separate. I don't need storage for stuff like this. I did this on freaking Dyson Sphere program as well. But yeah, as for my crafters, this all needs to change. Like if I cut off that for a minute. I'd have to redo all of it. So I want all my crafting things in the same place. And then I'll have to redo this side as well. Oh, that's a bit of a headache, isn't it? Tell you what. Leave it with me. At some point, I'm hoping I'll get some free time and I'll be able to do it. So it's not the sort of thing I want to redo on camera. I think it'll just take too long. Although, it might be worth showing you how I'm doing it. And then maybe some of you guys could give me some tips. We've got a minute right now. Screw it. Take all this out. All. It essentially is going to need its own mini bus, isn't it? Come in behind here. So, I mean, the iron plates, in fact, you can't even run them just across the ground, can you? No, don't put that there. This all needs to be raised. So you'd have one that slopes down there. I guess they could all slope down at the same time. No, they can't. No, they can't. It'd have to go... in. It's got to have its own minibus. That's the only way I can think about doing it. You've got to have two for the ramp to go there, so it'd have to go in, and in. You can't ramp down like that, can you? And go direct? No, you can't. Why am I so confused by this? Unfortunately, that's going to end up... it won't conflict with that, will it? So we'd have plates. You wouldn't have them all like that. And then that's going to get in the way. Even if we did it like that. Because that's not going to be able to go over that piece. Well, I'm probably just going to have to put it all back how I've done it and then just make a spaghetti mess, right? That's the only way I see it actually working. Anyway, we're going to leave the video off there because I'm completely bamboozled. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see some more. All comments and feedback greatly appreciated as always. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.